This is Matt with Mobility 101, and right now we're going to cap off the 3 bang for your buck mobility exercises to do in between training sets. So the previous 2 videos we went over number 1, number 2. Now we're going to go over number 3. So this one's called the elevated half kneeling overhead rotational pattern. I'm a big fan of this one because not only does it allow you to open up the anterior aspect of your hip, it also allows you to access some shoulder flexion, overhead pattern, and thoracic rotation and extension at the same time. So I'm going to show you, before we actually jump into the drill, I want to go over fat belly breathing or diaphragmatic breathing. I like to keep it simple though, and I feel like it's more accessible to clients and athletes and patients you work with by kind of dumbing down the anatomy and keeping it simple. So I just call it fat belly breathing. So before we jump in, I'm going to add that piece first. So think about interlocking your hands, put them gently on top of your belly button region. Just think inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. So you want to inhale for about 2 to 3 seconds through your nose, fill up your belly with air, and then exhale for 4 to 5 seconds out of your mouth. Big thing is try not to use your shoulders, your chest, or your neck muscles that much at all. Really just try to fill up your belly instead. So try to breathe into your abdominal region rather. So think. I think it's important to own that first, and then we can add that piece into the drill. So to set up the actual drill itself, take a stool roughly about 6 to 8 inches high. Depending on how much availability you have to range of motion in your hips, you may need to go lower. But I think the highest you need to go really is about 6 to 8 inches. And again, if you need to go lower, feel free to do so. So make sure your foot is entirely placed on top of the stool here. So like left knee and left side really is trying to jut into the wall as much as I possibly can. Okay, so once I'm there, I'm going to take my right outside forearm, push it into my knee, while I take my knee and also push it into my forearm. So it's constant tension there, which is going to allow me to get more range here. Okay, so arm is driving that way, knee is driving that way into each other. I got the heels flattened to the ground, my back toe is into the ground as well. My back butt cheek, which is my left side, is gently squeezed to reinforce the stretch in the front of the hip. Okay, once I'm there, have all those pieces in play. When I rotate, my eyes will follow my left hand the entire time. And I'll start right now. So think I'm going to inhale through my nose, fill up my belly. As I exhale, I'll go into the pattern. Okay, so it's going to be drive, keep the back toe on the ground. And again. As I go through the rotation, I'm deliberately trying to sink my left armpit and left side into the wall the further I go. The big thing too is have the eyes follow the hand throughout the entire duration of the rotational pattern. Okay, I'm going to show you from the other side as well. Right. So left foot on top of the stool entirely. Okay, back right toe in the ground. Squeeze my back right butt cheek gently. Keep my right front hip stretch on. From there, I'm going to pin my right side into the wall. Okay, big belly, a big inhale through my nose, fill up my belly. I would say for beginners, you might want to start that drill actually on the ground with not having lift first before you actually jump to having the lift, because it is a pretty aggressive stretch, especially when you add the breathing component. But give it a shot. Let me know how it goes. Thanks a lot.